My mom announced I was cut off forever and my sister hit like. I told them I'd remove myself from all their accounts too. An hour later their Netflix, phones, and bank transfers all broke at once. And suddenly they were begging. My mom posted on the family group chat that she was cutting me off forever, and my sister was the first to hit the like button. I'd been paying for everything. Their cell phones. Netflix. Spotify. The family iCloud storage. Even set up automatic bank transfers to help with groceries every month. For 3 years. But apparently I crossed some invisible line when I told my mom I wouldn't be flying home for Thanksgiving this year. She sent a paragraph about how ungrateful I was. How I turned into someone she didn't recognize. My sister chimed in with finally someone said it and a thumbs up emoji. My aunt added some people forget where they came from. I stared at my phone for maybe 10 seconds. Then I replied. Okay. I'll remove myself from your lives completely then. My mom wrote back, good. We don't need your money or your attitude. I opened my phone bill app first. 4 lines under my account. Mine, Mom's, my sister's, my dad's. I removed 3 of them. Confirmed the changes. Done. Then Netflix. Logged into account settings. Signed out all devices. Changed the password. Spotify. Same thing. iCloud storage. Cancelled the family plan. Downgraded to the free tier for myself. Bank app. Deleted the recurring transfers to my mom's account. Deleted the one to my sister's account too, the one I set up when she temporarily needed help with rent 8 months ago. The whole process took maybe 6 minutes. I put my phone down and made dinner. Pasta. Nothing fancy. I was halfway through eating when my phone started buzzing. My sister called first. I didn't answer. She called again. Then again. I watched it ring and took another bite of pasta. Then my mom called. I let it go to voicemail. She called back immediately. Then my dad called. The text started flooding in. My sister, why isn't my phone working? My mom, what did you do? My sister, I can't call anyone, this is insane. My mom, this is ridiculous. Call me right now. My dad, can you please call your mother back? My sister, Mom can't get into Netflix and I am freaking out, I have plans tonight. I finished my pasta. Washed the dish. Checked my phone again. 23 texts now. My mom, I don't know what you did but fix it. My sister, my bank transfer didn't go through and my landlord is asking about rent. My aunt, your mother is very upset. This is childish. I replied to the group chat. You said you didn't need my money. I'm just respecting that boundary. My phone rang again. My mom. I answered this time. What the hell is wrong with you? She said. No hello. Just anger. You told me you were cutting me off, I said. My voice was calm. Weirdly calm. I figured I should do the same. That's not what I meant. Then what did you mean? Silence. Then, you know what I meant. You're being dramatic. I'm being dramatic? I almost laughed. You posted in the family chat that you were done with me. Sister liked it. Everyone piled on. What exactly did you expect? We're family, she said. Her voice cracked a little. You can't just cut us off. But you can cut me off? More silence. Look, she said, and now she sounded different. Smaller. Maybe I overreacted. Can we just talk about this? There's nothing to talk about. You made your choice. Don't be like this, my sister's voice cut in. She'd grabbed the phone. Just turn everything back on. This is stupid. No, I said. What do you mean no? I mean no. You wanted me out of your life. I'm out. We didn't mean it like that, my sister said. She sounded panicked now. Come on. I have to pay rent. Mom needs her phone for work. Dad can't even call his doctor. Should have thought about that before you liked Mom's post. That was just a reaction, I didn't think. Exactly. You didn't think. I hung up. The calls kept coming. I blocked my mom's number. Then my sister's. Then my aunt's. My dad texted me privately an hour later. Please. Your mother is crying. Can we fix this? I stared at that text for a long time. Part of me felt bad. Part of me remembered every time I'd driven 4 hours to help them move furniture, every time I'd covered an unexpected bill, every time I'd rearranged my schedule because they needed something. I didn't respond to my dad. 3 days later my sister showed up at my apartment. I don't know how she got past the building door, but she knocked until I answered. Can I come in? She asked. Her eyes were red. No. Please. I'm sorry. We're all sorry. Sorry you said it or sorry you lost access to my accounts? She flinched. That's not fair. Isn't it though? Mom was just upset, she said. You know how she gets. She didn't mean it. She meant it enough to post it publicly. You meant it enough to like it. I'm your sister. And I'm your ATM apparently. She tried to argue more, but I closed the door. I heard her standing outside for a few minutes before she left. My mom sent a long email a week later. It was half apology, half justification. She said she loved me, but I'd hurt her feelings by choosing not to come home for Thanksgiving. She said family was supposed to forgive each other. She said I was being cruel. I didn't reply. Now it's been almost 3 weeks. The texts have slowed down. My aunt sent one message calling me selfish. My sister posted something vague on social media about fake family members who abandon you when you need them most. I haven't turned anything back on. I don't plan to. But here's the thing. Everyone I've told about this is split. Half say I did the right thing. Half say I went too far. My coworker said cutting off their phones was extreme. My best friend said they had it coming. I keep thinking about my dad's text. The one about my mom crying. Part of me still feels guilty. But another part of me remembers that like button from my sister. Remembers my mom saying we don't need your money. So did I actually go too far here? So my sister got evicted. I found out because my dad called me from a number I didn't recognize. I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. Your sister's landlord gave her a 3-day notice, he said. No hello. Just straight to it. She's going to lose her apartment. I didn't say anything. Did you hear me? He asked. I heard you. And what? I said. She has a job. She can pay her own rent. She was counting on your help. She budgeted around it. That made me laugh. Couldn't help it. She budgeted around money that wasn't hers? That's not my problem. She's your sister. She was my sister when she liked that post too. He sighed. Long and heavy. Can we please not do this? She made a mistake. Your mother made a mistake. How long are you going to punish them? I'm not punishing anyone, I said. My voice came out flat. They said they didn't need my money. I believed them. You know that's not how family works. Apparently I don't know how family works at all. He hung up on me that time. 2 days later my mom's number started texting me again. She must have gotten a new plan somehow. Probably borrowed money from someone. Your sister is sleeping on my couch. Are you happy now? I didn't respond. She lost her apartment because of you. I hope you can live with that. Still didn't respond. You've changed. I don't even recognize you anymore. I blocked the new number too. My aunt called me at work last Tuesday. I have no idea how she got my work number. When I answered, she didn't waste time with small talk. Your mother had to borrow money from me to keep her phone on, she said. She almost lost her job because clients couldn't reach her for 2 days. That sounds rough, I said. Rough? It's more than rough. It's cruel. You're being cruel. I'm being honest. She said she didn't need my money. She was angry. People say things when they're angry. Yeah. They do. And I'm taking them at their word. This isn't you, my aunt said. Her voice got softer. Like she was trying a different approach. The person I know wouldn't do this. You're kind. You're generous. You've always taken care of family. The person you know got told she was cut off forever in a group chat, I said. Maybe that person doesn't exist anymore. She tried to keep talking, but I ended the call. Blocked her number too. Work got weird after that though. My aunt must have told other people my work info because my cousin called the office line 3 days later. The receptionist transferred it before I could say no. This is getting out of hand, my cousin said. Everyone's talking about it. You're making the whole family look bad. I'm making the family look bad? You know what I mean. It's embarrassing. Aunt is telling everyone you abandoned them over a stupid argument. That's not what happened. Then what happened? I explained it. The whole thing. The group chat. The like button. The comments from everyone. My cousin went quiet for a minute. Okay, that's messed up, she finally said. But still. They're struggling now. Sister actually got evicted. Mom's car payment bounced because she thought she had your transfer coming. Isn't that enough? Enough for what? Enough punishment. Enough revenge. Whatever you want to call it. I'm not trying to punish anyone, I said. And I meant it. I'm just not helping anymore. There's a difference. Not really, she said. Then she hung up. My sister showed up at my apartment again yesterday. This time she brought my mom. I looked through the peephole and saw them both standing there. My mom was holding grocery bags. My sister looked exhausted. They knocked for almost 10 minutes. I sat on my couch and waited. Please, my mom said through the door. I brought your favorite cookies. The ones from that bakery you like. Can we just talk? I didn't move. We're sorry, my sister said. Her voice was muffled, but I could hear the tears in it. Really sorry. We messed up. Please just open the door. I turned the TV volume up. They left eventually. I found the grocery bag sitting outside my door an hour later when I checked. Cookies. Fresh bread. Some fancy cheese. All my favorite things. I brought them inside and put them in the fridge. Didn't change anything though. The hardest part isn't the calls or the texts or the visits. It's the guilt. It sits in my chest like a weight. I keep thinking about my sister on my mom's couch. About my mom almost losing her job. About my dad caught in the middle of all this. But then I remember that group chat. I remember reading "I'm cutting you off forever" and watching everyone agree with her. I remember my sisters like appearing first. I remember how fast they all turned on me. My best friend says I'm doing the right thing. Says they're only sorry because they lost their meal ticket. My coworker says I should at least talk to them. Says family is complicated and everyone makes mistakes. I don't know what to think anymore. Part of me wants to fix this. Part of me thinks there's nothing to fix because they broke it first. They're still texting. Still calling from new numbers. My mom left a voicemail yesterday saying Christmas is coming up and it won't be the same without me. My sister sent a long text about how she's learned her lesson and she'll never take me for granted again. But here's what gets me. None of them have actually acknowledged what they did wrong. It's all "we're sorry and we miss you," but nobody said we shouldn't have publicly humiliated you or we were wrong to gang up on you. It's just "sorry we got caught. Sorry there were consequences." So now what? Do I keep holding the line or am I actually being cruel like everyone says? My mom showed up at my job. I was in a meeting when the receptionist knocked on the conference room door. She looked uncomfortable. "Someone's here to see you. Says it's an emergency." I knew before I even got to the lobby. Something in my gut just knew. She was sitting in one of the waiting area chairs. Dressed nice. Hair done. She stood up when she saw me and her face did this thing where she tried to smile but it came out wrong. "Can we talk?" she asked. "Please. Just 5 minutes." Everyone in the lobby was watching. My boss was still in the conference room waiting. I felt my face get hot. "Not here," I said. "Then where?" "You won't answer your phone. You won't open your door. Because I don't want to talk to you." Her eyes got wet. "I'm your mother. You're also the person who publicly cut me off and let everyone pile on." The receptionist was pretending to look at her computer but I could tell she was listening. Another coworker walked through and slowed down, clearly curious. "Can we please go somewhere private?" my mom asked. I took her outside. We stood in the parking lot between cars. Cold wind but I didn't care. "You're embarrassing me at my workplace," I said. "Do you understand that?" I didn't know what else to do. Her voice cracked. "You won't talk to me. Your sister is falling apart. Your dad barely sleeps. This whole thing is killing our family." I didn't kill it. "You did. One mistake," she said. "I made one mistake and you're destroying everything over it." "One mistake?" I felt something snap in my chest. "You told the entire family I was dead to you." Everyone agreed. Nobody defended me. Not one person. We were angry. "So am I." She reached for my arm but I stepped back. "What do you want from me?" she asked. "Tell me what I need to do to fix this." "I don't think you can. That's not fair." "You know what's not fair?" My voice got louder. I didn't mean for it to, but it did. "What's not fair is supporting everyone for years and getting dumped on the second I can't make it to one holiday. What's not fair is watching my sister hit like on your post before anyone else. What's not fair is you showing up at my job trying to guilt me into forgiving you." People were coming out of the building. Probably going to lunch. They were looking at us. My mom's face changed. Got harder. "You want to know what's really not fair? Your sister lost her apartment. I almost lost my job. Your dad's stress is through the roof. All because you're being petty." "Petty?" "Yes. Petty." "We said we're sorry. How many times do we have to apologize?" "You haven't apologized," I said. "Not really. You've said sorry there were consequences. That's different. What do you want? You want me to grovel? You want me to beg? I want you to leave." She stared at me. Then she pulled her phone out. Started recording. "What are you doing?" I asked. "I want everyone to see this," she said. "I want everyone to see how you're treating your own mother. How cold you've become." I turned and walked back inside. Didn't run. Just walked. I heard her calling my name behind me but I didn't stop. My boss pulled me aside after the meeting. "Everything okay?" "Family stuff," I said. He nodded. Didn't push. But I could tell it bothered him. Having drama show up at the office bothers everyone. That video went up on social media 2 hours later. My mom posted it on her page with a long caption about how I'd abandoned my family and refused to even talk to her. How she'd driven an hour to my workplace just to try to reconcile and I'd walked away without a second thought. The comments were split. Some people said I was heartless. Some people asked what I'd done to make her come to my job. My aunt commented, "This is what happens when you spoil your kids." My sister shared it. My phone started blowing up again. Cousins I haven't talked to in years. Old family friends. People from my hometown. All of them messaging me asking what was going on or telling me I needed to fix things with my mom. One message stood out though. From my uncle. My dad's brother. "We've always been cool. Your mom's playing victim, but I remember that group chat. What they did was messed up. Don't let them gaslight you." I screenshot that and saved it. First person from the family to actually acknowledge what happened. My dad called me that night from yet another new number. "Your mother is devastated," he said. "She came to my job. She's desperate. We all are. That's not my problem." "When did you become so cold?" he asked. He sounded tired. Really tired. "This isn't you. You keep saying that. But maybe it is me. Maybe this is who I am when people treat me like garbage." "Nobody treated you like garbage, Dad." She said she was cutting me off forever. In front of everyone. And everyone agreed with her. Silence. Long silence. "I didn't agree," he finally said. "You didn't defend me either. I was trying to keep the peace. How's that working out?" He didn't have an answer for that. My sister sent me a voice message around midnight. I almost deleted it without listening, but something made me press play. She was crying. Ugly crying. The kind where you can barely understand the words. "I don't have anywhere to go. Mom's couch is killing my back. I can't afford first month and deposit for a new place. I lost my security deposit from the eviction. I'm drowning. I know you hate me, but please. I'm begging you. Just help me one more time and I'll never ask again." I listened to it 3 times. Each time I felt worse. But then I remembered her thumb hitting that like button. How fast it appeared. Like she'd been waiting for someone to finally say what she was thinking. I didn't respond to the voice message. 2 days ago my mom's video hit some local drama page. Someone shared it and it started getting traction. Comments from strangers now. People who don't know any of us weighing in on who's right and who's wrong. Someone dug up my LinkedIn and sent me a message there. "Your mom seems really hurt. Family is everything. You should forgive her." My work email got a message too. Anonymous. "You're a terrible daughter." I reported both. Blocked the drama page. But the damage was done. People at work have seen it. I can tell by the way they look at me now. My best friend says I should get a lawyer. Says this is harassment. My coworker says I should just talk to them and end this before it gets worse. But here's what nobody seems to get. It's not about the money. It never was. It's about the fact that they thought they could humiliate me publicly and then just say sorry and have everything go back to normal. My mom's still posting. Sharing old photos of us with captions about how much she misses her daughter. My sister's doing the same thing. Playing the victim for sympathy and probably money from people who feel bad for them. And I'm sitting here wondering if I'm actually the villain in this story or if I'm just the only one with boundaries. My mom tried to get me fired. I found out because my boss called me into his office last Monday. He had this look on his face I couldn't read. Serious but not angry. More like concerned. "I received a complaint about you," he said. "From your mother." My stomach dropped. "She called the office Friday afternoon. Said you were stealing from the family. That you're unstable and shouldn't be handling client accounts." He paused. "She also sent an email with the same allegations to HR. I couldn't speak. Just sat there feeling like the room was tilting. I want you to know," he continued, "that HR looked into it. We don't see any issues with your work. Your performance has been excellent. But I need to ask. Is there something going on I should know about?" I told him everything. The whole story. The group chat. Cutting them off financially. The visits and calls and the video. All of it. He listened without interrupting. When I finished, he leaned back in his chair. "That's harassment," he said. "What she's doing is harassment. You might want to consider legal action. I just want it to stop. Then you need to make it stop. Because this isn't going away on its own." He was right. I knew he was right. I called the lawyer that afternoon. Consultation was free. She listened to my story and pulled up my mom's social media while we talked. "This is textbook harassment," she said. "The workplace complaint crosses a line. We can send a cease and desist letter. If she continues after that, we have grounds for a restraining order." I don't want a restraining order against my own mother. "Then what do you want?" I didn't have an answer. She sent the cease and desist anyway. Said it was necessary. 3 days later my mom's lawyer responded. Apparently she'd gotten a lawyer too. Her lawyer claimed I was financially abusing them by cutting them off. That I created a dependency and then abandoned them maliciously. My lawyer laughed when she read it. "That's not how any of this works," she said. "You have no legal obligation to support adult family members. This is desperation." But it didn't feel like desperation. It felt like war. My sister showed up at my apartment again last week. Didn't knock this time. Just sat outside my door. I could see her through the peephole. She sat there for 3 hours. Just sitting. Waiting. I ordered food delivery and had to text the driver to leave it at the building entrance instead. Couldn't open my door with her there. When I finally heard her leave, I opened the door. She'd left a note. "I'm living in my car now. Mom kicked me out because we fought about you. I have nowhere to go. Please." I read it 5 times. Felt sick each time. But I didn't respond. My uncle, the one who'd messaged me before, called me 2 days ago. "Your sister's not lying," he said. "She's been sleeping in her car for a week. Your mom kicked her out after they had a huge fight about how your sister defended you to some relatives. That caught me off guard." "She defended me?" "Apparently some cousin was talking trash about you at a family dinner. Your sister told her to shut up. Said you had every right to cut them off after what they did. Your mom lost it. Told her to get out. So she got kicked out for finally taking my side? Looks like it." I didn't know what to do with that information. Part of me felt vindicated. Part of me felt worse. "Is she really living in her car?" I asked. "Yeah. I offered her my couch but she won't take it. Says she deserves this. That she caused all of it." "She's not wrong." "No," my uncle agreed. "But she's still your sister. And she's struggling. So was I when they all ganged up on me." He went quiet for a second. "Fair enough. I'm not telling you what to do. Just wanted you to know the situation." I thought about it for 3 days. The image of my sister sleeping in her car kept playing in my head. But every time I almost broke, I remembered that like button. How fast it appeared. How eager she was to agree that I was the problem. Yesterday morning I found my car had been keyed. Someone scratched "family killer" across the driver's side door. No cameras in my apartment parking lot. No way to prove who did it. I filed a police report anyway. The officer seemed sympathetic but said without evidence there wasn't much they could do. He suggested I install a dash cam. I called my lawyer after. She said the cease and desist clearly wasn't working. "Time to escalate. We can file for a restraining order now," she said. "You have the workplace complaint, the keyed car, the harassment at your door. That's enough." "And my sister? If she's part of the harassment, we include her." I spent 2 hours just sitting with that. A restraining order against my mother and sister. Legal action against my own family. But then I thought about my boss's face when he told me about the complaint. About coming out to my keyed car. About hiding in my own apartment because my sister was camped outside. "Do it," I said. "The papers got filed this morning. My mom and sister will be served within the next few days. My dad called me tonight. He knows about the restraining order somehow. Word travels fast, I guess." "You're really doing this," he said. Not a question. A statement. "Yes. Your mother is beside herself. Your sister is barely holding on. And now legal action?" They wouldn't stop. I asked them to stop. My lawyer asked them to stop. They wouldn't. "So this is it then. You're really done with us. You all were done with me first. In that group chat. Remember? One bad day," he said. His voice broke. "One bad day and you've destroyed this entire family." "I didn't destroy anything. They destroyed it when they decided I wasn't worth basic respect. You're punishing us forever for one mistake." "No. I'm protecting myself from people who hurt me and then refuse to really apologize or change." "Your sister defended you. Doesn't that count for something? She defended me after weeks of harassment. After losing her apartment. After everything fell apart. That's not growth. That's consequences finally hitting." He didn't have a response to that. We sat in silence for a minute. "I love you," he finally said. "I hope you know that." "I know." "Will I ever see you again?" "I don't know." He hung up after that. I'm sitting here now trying to figure out how I feel. Part of me feels relieved. Like I can finally breathe. Part of me feels guilty. Like maybe I did go too far. My sister's in her car. My mom's facing a restraining order. My dad's caught in the middle. The family is completely fractured. But I remember that group chat. I remember watching those responses pile up. The likes and the comments and the agreement. Not one person defending me. Not one person saying, "Hey, maybe this is too harsh." They had their chance to make this right. Multiple chances. They chose to double down instead. To harass me at work. To key my car. To camp outside my door. So now here we are. Legal protection in place. Family completely cut off. No going back from this. People keep asking if I regret it. If I wish I'd handled it differently. Honestly? No. I don't regret protecting myself. I don't regret having boundaries. I don't regret walking away from people who only valued me for what I could provide. What I regret is that it had to come to this. That they pushed until legal action was the only option left. My therapist, yeah, I started seeing one after all this, says I'm grieving. That I'm mourning the family I thought I had. The one that would have my back. The one that wouldn't turn on me over a holiday. She's probably right. I got a new apartment. Different part of town. Nobody from my family knows the address. I changed my number too. Fresh start on everything. Work's been understanding. My boss actually thanked me for handling it professionally. Said he respected how I managed a difficult situation. Life's quieter now. Peaceful in a way it hasn't been in months. No surprise visits. No emotional ambushes. Just silence. Sometimes the silence is nice. Sometimes it's lonely. My uncle texts me occasionally. Checks in. Doesn't push. Just lets me know he's there. That helps. But the rest of them? They made their choice when they hit send on that group chat. They made it again when they liked and commented. And again when they refused to actually apologize. I made my choice too. And I'm living with it.